As chief photographer for President Barack Obama, Pete Souza's job was to document the presidency, not for the news, but for history. This was not his first time at the White House. He was also an official photographer for President Ronald Reagan, and it was through a Kansas connection that he got that job. A native of Massachusetts, he attended Boston University, studying public communications. He wasn't a photographer, but decided his junior year to take a photography class. This was a turning point. After graduation, he realized he needed a portfolio to get a job as a photojournalist. He needed more experience. Graduate school was one way to get that experience. He heard of an opening for a GTA position at Kansas State University. When he called the professor, Don Holt, for more information, Professor Holt sold him on Kansas State, so he packed up his Volvo and drove across the country to parts unknown. Tom Bell, photo editor for the Collegian, hired Pete for the college paper and the Royal Purple. Here he learned his craft. Quote, "It was a boot camp of sorts. They taught each other. Pete had a natural ability to look at things with fresh eyes, and his photos are still fresh. He was tireless. I don't know when he slept," said Bell. This experience and training got him a professional job with the Hutchinson News and Chanute Tribune, putting his master's degree on hold. About a year later, he heard of a job opening with the Kansas City Star and was interviewed by Carol Greenewald. He didn't get the job, but shortly after, he went to work for the Chicago Sun-Times, covering a variety of news, feature, and sports assignments. In 1983, his path crossed again with Carol Greenewald, now working at the White House for President Reagan. She invited him to come and interview for a staff photographer position. He did, and this time, he got the job. While working at the Reagan White House, he was one of a group of 44 photographers to return to K-State to document life on campus during 1 week in 1986. One of his assignments was the new president, John Weefald. He was late in arriving, since he had just been to the Reykjavik summit meeting between Reagan and Gorbachev, flying directly from there to Kansas. At the end of the Reagan administration, he freelanced for 9 years, working on stories for National Geographic, Life magazine, and others. Then in 1998, he started working for the Chicago Tribune's Washington, D.C. bureau. After the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks, Pete was among the first journalists to cover the war in Afghanistan, at one point traveling over the 15,000-foot Anjuman Pass by horseback. While working for the Chicago Tribune, he was asked to document Barack Obama's first year as one of Illinois' 2 U.S. senators in 2005. Pete realized this might be a unique opportunity to photograph a rising star when he could still walk down the street and not be recognized. His talent, hard work, and ethics helped him build a trusting relationship that led to his being offered the position of Chief Official White House Photographer and Director of the Photography Office for President Obama. By 2006, Pete's portfolio was impressive, and he returned to K-State to receive his master's degree and speak at the graduate school commencement ceremony. It was Pete Souza that Nancy Reagan requested be the photographer for her husband's funeral. His career has included numerous awards, and he's published 4 books so far. Pete Souza is one of the photographers featured in the gallery at the museum on the National Mall in Washington, D.C. His photos are iconic, a single frame that tells a story. When asked about what makes him so successful, he credits his work ethic and being lucky to have chosen the path of unexpected turns. K-State was unexpected. His chance encounter with Carol Greenewald was unexpected. His assignment to photograph the new Illinois senator was unexpected. You work hard, do good work, and people will recognize it. And the K-State Alumni Association recognizes Pete Souza. We are very fortunate for the unexpected turn that led him here.